Hello. I think you are doing great everywhere you are, and much thanks to you for your contribution to our channel, The Room for Literature. So, as you know, we give you more information about literary works, plays, novels, short stories, and so on. So, as we progress, today we have to talk about the thematic concern about the play of Romeo and Juliet, as it was written by William Shakespeare in the 16th century. This play has original source from the poem written by Arthur Brooke called The Tragic History of Romeo and Juliet. In this play we have various themes. We have excessive love, we have fate, we have violence, we have gender, we have disobedience, we have honor and royalty, we have fate, we have suicide. Those are some things that we can find in this play. Talking one by one, let us begin from excessive love. The fact that Romeo and Juliet fall in love with each other as quick as it seems in the play, it allows us to say that there is a quick and excessive love. There is excessive love here. Remember that when Romeo attended the party at Capulet's house, he had seen a beautiful girl, Juliet, very attractive, one time. And then this first impression pushed Romeo to love Juliet immediately. So this shows excessive love. And even today's people, they used to love each other by the first date. You go to the first date with your best friend, and then you decide to start showing the romantic feelings towards her. That is an excessive love. Romeo accepts even to kill his friend's cousin, and Juliet are accepted to disobey the parent. All of these were done in the name of love, and the love of first impression. So every reader may wonder or may think how a person would die for someone she loves. Is it possible today? But in our play, Romeo did it. Even Juliet did it. By killing herself by using a sword. Like how Jesus did on the cross. So this is too much love, guys. And the next theme in this novel is family fate. When we say fate, you have to understand the continuous conflict or the enmity or the hatred that is long term, which takes long period of time from generation to generation. As we have read in the play, the family of Montague and the family of Capulet had a great fate or had a great hatred from generation to generation. The families of Montagues and Capulets were in a strong hatred from long time ago. It is not for the first time to see Montagues fight with Capulets. So as they were characterized by fate, or long-term hatred between them. So this theme is very clear in our play. Remember that in the beginning of the story, Team Montagues and Team Capulets were fighting in the street of Verona. And this fight were coming from the long-term fight, the long-term hatred among these two families. Any other violence, any other theme is violence. You may wonder, where did we find the violence in the play? In the play, we have seen violence many times. Many characters in this play of Romeo and Juliet were died. The death of many characters are caused by no reasons or no reasonable fact, but for one's own interest. Do you remember that? Romeo has killed Tybalt for the sake of revenge of his friends. Romeo also has killed Paris for his own interest, that is violence. And even the friends of this Team Capulets has wounded Romeo's friends for their own interest. All those events shows the violence that we find in this play. On another violence in the play is that against human rights. So Juliet, a teenage girl who was a 14 years old girl, does not want to marry Paris. Do you remember that? But her parents forced her to marry Paris, whether she accepts or not. And this is a violence, gender-based violence. Because Juliet was mature to decide herself whom she may love according to her feelings. But her father, her mother forced her to marry Paris for their own interest, because Paris was coming from a rich family. Any other theme is gender. The way of how a male and female sex are considered in England society in 16th century. According to the play, marriage of 13 or 14-year-old girl shows how gender was perceived in this region. Do you remember that? Juliet had 14 years old. But her father has already started to convince her to marry Paris. Can you imagine? At 14. It shows how gender was perceived in this society. So for example, to accept that your young girl like Juliet get married at 14 age is to sell her for money or materials. It seems like Juliet's father wanted to sell her by the exchange of money from Paris's family. Because as you think, can you imagine a 14-year-old girl to manage a house, to manage a husband? It is not possible. It can be possible, but at difficult cost. So it means that her father wanted to sell her to Paris. It is the girls who forced to marry, but boys are not. And something which is amazing In their society, only girls were forced to marry, but boys were the one who decide which time to marry. It means it shows how the balance between genders in this society. Any other theme is disobedience. Do you remember that Juliet's father didn't want her to marry Romeo, and they used to force her to marry Paris? Unfortunately, Juliet did not accept his father's thoughts. She decided herself to refuse to marry Paris, but marry Romeo, whether the family accepted or not. This shows disobedience, but in the name of love. Any other theme as we progress is fate. Do you know what is fate? Fate, it is like destiny. Destiny. It is the power believed to control something or somebody's future. That is what we call fate. Fate. It is the state that one cannot escape or at all. When we say fate, you have to understand something that you have not ability to escape. Whether you accept or not, it will happen to you. Maybe you are thinking, where did we find fate in this play? As you try to analyze what happened to the life of Romeo and Juliet, it is their destiny. It seems like it was predetermined that Romeo will die at the same time of Juliet for the sake of their love. It seems like it was their fate. Romeo and Juliet are seen as victims of circumstances affected by things affected by the things beyond their control. It seems like their death were caused by something beyond their control. So when we say fate, it is like predestination. Many things which we consider to be tragic have been brought about by chance happening. For that we say people are unlucky or lucky. If something good happens to you, some people in the society, they say you are lucky, you are born lucky. And if something bad happens to your life, they start to say you are born unlucky. It was some people in different cultures, they say it was written by God. So everything that will happen to you was written by God in your life. So that is what we call fate. So the death of Romeo and Juliet seems like it was their fate. It was beyond their control. Any other theme, maybe the last one we can talk about is suicide. Suicide means self-killing or self-doing an extreme harmful action on your own life. So in this play of Romeo and Juliet, these two star-crossed lovers were dead by killing themselves. Romeo has killed himself by drinking poisons. And even Juliet has also died by stabbing herself with a dagger. So this is where we find this theme of suicide. But guys, don't kill yourself in the name of love. Instead, fight for your love so that you can achieve a long-term love and sustainable love without killing yourself. Search for possible love. If it is impossible, let it go. Don't fight. And I'm joking, it is my side. You have to put in the comment section your side. You have to put the comment in comment section. What do you think about this? Can you kill yourself for someone you love? As Romeo did or as Juliet did? Tell me in the comment section. And this is all about the themes or thematic concerns that we find in the play of William Shakespeare, Romeo and Juliet, as it was written in 16th century. Thank you so much for your contribution, and let us meet next time talking about other different literary works.